Hey guys, welcome back to Engineers Tech channel. So in this session, we are going to discuss how to automate post method. So in the last session, we have discussed, in manual, we have already discussed about of the what is post method, but just here I want to add the point as well. If interviewer will ask you the what is the post method, okay? So post it can create a resource on the server if you want to create a new users or if you want to create something, right? Then we can go for the post method, or it can be update the existing resources on the server. You can create also or you can update also. The post means we are trying to add something, right? I have already told you. Post having the request body, so you have to give the request payload, or you can say the request body. Post having the response body also, so if you will give the some request, then you will get the response as well. Post method is not a safe, it is a not a safe. Post method is not idempotent, and post method is catchable in some cases. So now just we have a one example, so how to execute the post method in postman. Okay, so let me show you first in the postman. Okay, so I'll go for the postman. Yeah. So I am using here Postman API. So if you guys, if you missed the previous session, so please go through the my previous session video. Then you will get clearly if you are new in the new in your API testing. You are learning first time. Definitely in the middle, you won't be able to understand the things. So go from the beginning, watch those video, or if you are watching my series, then you are definitely you are able to understand 100%. So here I'm trying to create a one workspace as I discuss you. So post means we can create or we can update. So here my requirement is I want to create some workspace here, right? So manually you can also create a workspace here. I don't know, some loading issue is there with the workspace. So let me tell you. So here we have a request body. So this request body, just I'm trying to create one workspace. Let me create a rest assured. Just I'm giving 29 01. Okay, so now I can just click on send. Okay, so when you will click on send, then here new workspace will be created. You can see this new workspace is created. I'm not sure why it is taking more time. Yeah, it's I can show you this workspace rest assured. Yeah, you can see this workspace is created. Now we have validated manually. Then how to automate this? So we will automate this post request by using the rest assured. So let me create one class. So please refer my previous video, otherwise you will not understand if you are in the middle or if you are watching my video in the middle. Okay, many things we have discussed in the last session, so please watch that. Okay, void, okay, validate post. Okay, just I'm writing validate post method. Okay, so here what you have to pass here, you have to pass here request payload, right? So let me go for my PPT, then we'll see how we can automate this. Okay, so here we have to pass, so you can just take one a string variable. So I'm just going to take one a string variable, a string. Let me guys still 1 second. Visibility I want to payload. Okay, so now here we can keep our request payload. So this is our request payload, right? So just copy this request payload and here paste it. So this is our request payload. Now we have a store inside this one string. Next steps what you have to do, we can go for the same. We have a given, then we can use here given Okay, given, then we have a body. So here you are passing, right? You are passing second on base URI dot body. Okay, so you are passing some body here, right? Request payload. So you have to use here body method. So you can pass this variable. Okay. Now the same step we can follow. We have a given. So what if you given request body, then then we will use our post method. So here you have to use post method. Okay. In the last video, you could see we have use get method if you want to validate the things. Get method. So here I'm going to validate the post method. Now work spaces. You have to give the work spaces. Then we have a then here just we are going to validate assert that. Then here we are using the hamcrest library to validate the workspace name or whatever the workspace id is created. So what I'm trying to validate here, you have to validate this id or you have to validate this workspace is created. So how to validate? So we can use here hamcrest library. Okay, so in the last session we have already discussed regarding the hamcrest library. So we have a body. Okay, body method we will use. Inside this body you can pass workspace name. I'm going to pass workspace dot name. Okay, this workspace name, then we will use here equal to method. Okay, so we have a equal to method. Okay, equal to method. Inside this equal to method, I am going to pass new workspace here, right? So this is our workspace, right? So this workspace is already created. So just I am trying to here write test. Just I added one test here. Okay, so it will create a new workspace. Now I am able to validate workspace name. Now I'm validating. I'm trying to validate workspace ID. Okay, so here we can go. We can do the same thing. Work a space workspace dot ID. Okay, so this workspace ID, how to validate? So we can use here some matcher methods. Matcher pattern methods are there. So you can just type here matchers pattern. See, so here in matcher patterns, what I will pass? I will pass here some regular expression. Okay, so here we will pass regular expression. So let me just, you can pass to any ID will be generated, it will validate over there. A hyphen B, not A to Z. So A to Z means A to Z, what I can say, lowercase, alphabetical order, right? Then we having the 0 to 9. 0 to 9 number will be generated. And this. So this is the regular expression. If you're not able to understand, just you can search in the Google as well. What is the regular expression? So we'll get more clarity here. So any ID will be generated, it will validate. Okay. So this is how we are going to validate here. So just we are validating two things. If you want to validate any other things, you can validate here. Here in response aspect builder, we are validating status code, content type, then logs and all, right? So this all the things we have already discussed in the last session. So you can just watch the previous video. Let me execute this. Okay, so I'm trying to execute and it will create a new workspace. You can see here my test case is pass and rest assured 2901 test is created, workspace is created, and this is the ID, it's validated and our test case is pass. Let me check in our postman this workspace is created or not. So we have used, right? You can see here new workspace is created. So if anyone will ask what is the post method. So you can explain regarding the post method, how to automate by using the rest assured. So simply you can write how to validate. So here we have uses matches pattern method, and this is this is coming from Hamcrest library. So that's all in this video, guys. Thanks for watching this video. If you are new in the channel, please share, subscribe, and press bell icon to get new video notification. Bye bye.